Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, as promised, I will be showing you how to draw a line graph. So it's basically, the broken line graph. I don't know how to explain this one, so you're just gonna have to watch me draw it and show you how it's done. It's also a very important part of graphs are a very important part of scientific skills in life science, because there's always a graph, so you just can't, it's inevitable, you're going to get a graph. So I will go straight into the video, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video to your friends. It might be helpful for them, it will be helpful for them. So yeah, this is for matrix, so anyone that takes life science, so grade 10 to 12, even beyond. So it's grade 10 to 12, so it's helpful for everyone. Okay, so now I am going to show you how to draw a line graph. So I'm going to go straight into the statement question. So study the table below that indicates the growth of a fetus and answer the questions that follow. Okay, and then they say draw a line graph to represent the above data graphically. Okay, here, okay, I already wrote this, but we know that, okay, it's months after fertilization and length of fetus. So length is something that is being measured. So I can therefore say this is the independent variable. Sorry, it's the dependent variable, making months after fertilization the independent variable. So remember, like any other graph, we need a title or caption or heading, actually heading, that before we draw the graph, right? And it has to include your y variable and your x variable. So I am going to say line graph indicating. So if you look at your question or sometimes the statement carefully, it gives you the heading basically most of the time. So line graph indicating, just looking at this here, the growth of a fetus months, let me just say 1 to 9 months, because they just like, they love people who are specific, these markers. So 1 to 9 months instead of just saying months after fertilization, right? Right, okay, so I am going to do my increments. As I can see, it's 0.5 up to 51, so I'm just going to do my increments. 52. Okay, my increments are done, so I am going to label my x's. Always label your x's. Always label your x's. So so this is the y-axis, right? So we agreed that length of fetus is the dependent variable, so I'm going to write length of fetus in centimeters, right? And here, months after fertilization. So the distance between the months must be the same. Months after fertilization. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't mind my handwriting again. Okay, so remember to add these little lines because they're important. It tells you where the 2 is, where the 4 is, where the 1 is, 2, 3, and so on. So now I am going to plot my graph, right? I am going to plot Labati 1 corner. So it's 1, where months after fertilization is 1. Here it is 0.5. So I'm going to go in between the 2 and the 0. So that's 1. And then in between the 0 and the 1. So it's somewhere here. I'm just going to plot. It's up to you whether you use dots or you use crosses. I prefer dots. They're easier to connect. So 2 and 4, I am going to plot here. Like that. Don't make it too big. 3 and 7.5. 3 and 7.5 should be here. 4 and 15. 4 and this is 16, 15 should be between these two. 5 and 25, so 5 and so 5 is here. This is 22, 24 and 25, like that. 6 and 30, 6, 32, 30 is here. Just make sure you just use your ruler to verify. I need that, it's a bit big, so I'm going to plot there. 7 and 35, so 7 here, this 30, 32, 34, 35 here, and 9 is 51. It's 51 for 9. So now it's time for you to connect the dots. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to connect all the dots like that. I'm taking my ruler, connecting all the dots. Like that. And like this. So you never want to leave your graph like this. You always need to ground it. So your first point, you always have to connect it to the 0, like this, and then like that your graph is complete. Mine is a bit harsh here. So like that your graph is complete. So your line graph, use a ruler like that, and it's done. Always remember to ground it to the 0.